not with any of that on here.
Oh, my hearties! A very, very good evening to you, Dinky-Doo. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE, and here we are on Saturday night. How fantastic is this? And we're absolutely 100% Dinky-Doo. You're watching Scottie McCLUE, hashtag float high, all in uppercase, the first lord of the internet. And this is the big one right across TikTok. How fantastic is that? Marvelous to have you all with us. I can't think of anything better. So do come and join us as soon as you can. Here we are. We'll just bring in our TikTokers and see what's happening. Welcome, 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 I say. Saturday night, nothing gets past me. 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment, not just for one nation, but for all nations, I say. So there you have it. And a big Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. How fantastic is that? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The TikTokers are just joining us right now, of course, and we can receive all our guests on TikTok. Kareem has joined us, and Ruth has joined us. Lovely to have you with us, Ruth. Welcome to Scottie McCLUE, Saturday night. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Hi, Scottie, says Susan. Dinky-Doo, says the wonderful Mark. That's what it's all about, I say. So there we are, a lot to get through tonight and so little time to do it in. Now you should have a nice, clear YouTube picture as well. Fantastic stuff. I'll just lift you up a tiny, tiny bit on YouTube. There we are. You should be able to see me now. Fantastic. Maybe too much. Just about there. Is that the best balance? I should think so. Hi, Scottie. Hi, everybody. Dinky-Doo. Wonderful. And do you like Manchester City? I do. Although when I worked in Manchester, right at the back of me was Manchester United. And it was 1998. It was the year they won everything. Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Evening, Scottie from Tenerife. Evening. Lovely to have you with us, Nikki, from Tenerife. We love it. Jordan's just joined us. Jason's joined us. Lovely to have you with us. And Ryan has just joined us. Now, guys, as soon as you join, start following and tell Ted that you are watching Scottie McCLUE live on the big one. YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. Scott says, hello, Mr. McCLUE. Hello, Scott. How lovely to have you with us. Callum has joined us, Dinky-Doo, and Nigel too from the Dower House. How fantastic, Nigel. So glad you could make it. And lovely to have you with us this Saturday night. Time just coming up to 4 minutes past 9. And lots and lots. All the best, old boy. Lang me your lum reeks or Bartley. What a lovely thing to say. Nice bonnet, says Dower House. Yes, indeed, Dower House. Your kind of thing, I say to you. That's what it's all about. Hi, Kareem. How are you, Dinky-Doo? Loving the bonnet, says Mark. Ah, Dinky-Doo, Mark. Loving having you with us on the YouTube. Get following, get subscribing, and tap the bell so that you'll get your notifications. If you're watching Scottie right now, guys, and we're live on the TikTok, which we are, then if you can follow me as soon as possible. Royal Scots, Glengarry. Well, not quite that one. Yes, this one's not a Royal Scots. Scottie, can we get a huge shout out from my dear friend Joe? Says Long John Terry. Yes, indeed. It's 4:05 here in Georgia. Now, Scott, pardon me, that will be 4:05 in the afternoon. Am I right? Or am I right? I'd say to you. Thank you for all the likes. What's your story, Scottie? You sound very educated. Brackets a good thing. Close brackets. Tell us a bit about yourself. Oh, Ruth, you can find out all about me. There's no problem at all. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Brilliant hearing you again, Scottie. Get the step it through. Peter, Roger, Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. And a very, very warm welcome, I say. Now then, can everybody get following? We haven't had any new followers, and we've been up for 6 minutes. That's not on. Pardon me. Gerrick says, do you agree with the High Court ruling? Well, you can't not agree with a High Court ruling. That's the High Court that has ruled. but it's not what I would have liked. A week off tonight, guys. How's it going, Scotty? I remember you back here in the 90s. Absolutely. Scotty McClue's phone in. And DINKY-DOO, there's Stephanie. DINKY-DOO, Steph. Lovely to have you with us. And we will salute you. DINKY-DOO, Scotty, can you request my wife Lynn gets off her phone and pays some attention? Yes, we can always request that Lynn gets off her phone and pays some attention, I say. So there we have it. Now, I love our union. DINKY-DOO Joe. Now, who have we got here? It's not a rule, Scotty. It's a judgment, and a bad one at that. The phone in was brilliant. You're a bam, Mrs. Absolutely, Gary. I've uploaded a lot of phone in stuff for you live on TikTok, so get enjoying. Who hasn't followed me right now? So there we are. DINKY-DOO, I said, hello, pal. How are you doing? Thomas, lovely to have you with us. And a very, very warm welcome. We are doing well. I remember the phone in, they'd shout cheese. They did. They shouted cheese. All that kind of nonsense. A big fat fly flew by. There we are. It flew by, fat flews flat. Yes. What about lemon liniment? Or a cricket critic? Do you think the same things would happen to the Northern Ireland Protocol? Well, it's just wrong, I say to you. Kareem, thank you for my beautiful, beautiful gifts. Kareem sent Christmas shopping to me. You're so kind on the TikTok, guys. So there we are. Now, Aidan has to go and leave us because Aidan is a very, very low form of life. There he goes. Bye, Aidan. Away and get yourself a brain cell. That's it. So we blocked him. He's gone. What a shame. These half-witted idiots will never, ever learn. It's incredible. Scotty, is it the Homelander? I'm one of your disciples, Scotty, says Mark. DINKY-DOO, Mark. Susan, hey, DINKY-DOO. Scotty. DINKY-DOO, Scotty. There's Aidan says, I can't follow you because you blocked me. Oh, did I, Aidan? Well, you must have been saying some silly things, and we thought he needs to cool off. We'll have a look at that. So there you are, not a problem. I'm trying to process your personality. Oh, Ruth, it's very kind of you to say I've got one. Thank you for that. Scotty, Brexit's best. You're only winding your chain. I hope you're well. Brexit's not the best, John Joe. Brexit is the very worst thing this country's done since the First World War. Scotty, for First Minister, I thank you, Joe. I'm loving your YouTube, Scotty Dyker. That YouTube channel is still the world's best kept secret. I think we've only got about, I don't know what it is, 3,500 subscribers. But everybody should subscribe to Scotty McClue's YouTube channel. And there it's there for you. Scotty McClue, Voice of the World radio talk show. Not difficult, it's not rocket science. Do you like Wales? Read. I don't like Wales at all. I love Wales, I say to you. Yes, fantastic. Yakida and Nosta. How was your day? Says EA. My day was fantastic. A day of domesticity. And we need more of that. Guys, I want some more likes on TikTok and I want some follows. Let's see who's followed since the start. Yes, that's dreadful, guys. Get following. Come on. Everybody on TikTok should be following Scotty McClue. Otherwise, what's the point of having an account? Love you so much, big man. Please give me a shout out all the way from Paisley. Peter, we love you in Paisley. The Paisleyites, the buddies, are top people. Where are you residing now, Mr. McClue? I'm actually back in Glasgow, Peter. So there we are. We were in Manchester. We were in London. We were in Edinburgh. We were in Carlisle. We were in Aberdeen. We were in Sheffield twice. We were in Preston in Lancashire. Beautiful, beautiful time. Fantastic stuff. DINKY-DOO. Stephanie, we don't respond to individuals on here. So that's why. So there we are. Your sound is gone. Press the green button. The sound is apparently fantastic. There's wee G. You press your own green button. Just become a top viewer. Fantastic. Now then, love the phone in, says Dyker. Devil Dog has just sent me a gift on TikTok. He's sent me a football. How fantastic is that? Week off tonight. You'll just have to forgive me. Scotty, why are you in a different location? Who done this? Rick, it's who did this. I'm not in a different location. I'm just in the west wing of McCLUE Towers. So there we have it, just for the heat, keeping nice and warm, you understand. Scotty, a shout out to my friend Daniel, who likes gobstoppers. So there we are, Scotty. Do you have any children? So there we are. I've got a son, he's called Harvey. Can you say hello to Harvey, boy? Rick, I can. I can say hello to Harvey. Do you miss presenting on live TV? I don't know, Logan. One of my happiest times was presenting on radio before anybody could see you. Fantastic stuff, sir. You know, I like that. Scotty for First Minister, please give a shout out, please. Love you, big man. Love your show. Peter, a shout out for Peter. No problem at all. A hat and a moustache from M. Davis. Is that not just kindness itself? Guys, as everybody watching me right now followed, pop up to your top left and click on the plus, and then you can get following. And we'll open the phone lines in a minute. Just became a top viewer. Says Ruth. Ruth. There we are. Ruth's a bit of a That's what I would say about Ruth. Dinky-Doo, Scotty. Get me in your live, bro. I'm a guitarist. Well, I try. Let's sing a song. Wee G. I would love to sing a song with you. The problem is we'd get hit for the copyright strike. So we can't do it. Scotty, the public have voted. It might be you. It might be me, user 510. Who knows? John Joe says, what chances of independence? Pretty high, John Joe, if all the Scots support the monarchy and you get the full loyalist vote. That's what I say. Anyway, I would think. Can you show the cap star better so I can see? That's my own cap star. There we are, the hand of justice. What's the tartan stand for? They have different meanings. Yes, they do. The old thin red line. I like you, says Ruth, but you're not very forthcoming. Well, Ruth, neither are you. I'm trying to study your personality, and you're not giving much away. So there we have it. Now then, that's it. Dinky-Doo, Mr. McClue, says Shane. Rob O'Brien has followed. Rob put a lovely human thing to do. Wonderful thing. Hello, Scott. Hello, a good pizza. How lovely to have you with us, Dinky-Doo. Scotty, are you going to be in The Walking Dead season 12? I hope not. I'm The Walking Live season 1. Brexit is the best thing that could have happened. It'll take a few years. That'll be better. Well, I admire your faith. I don't think we've got a few years. We are struggling now. So there we are. It needs to happen. Hello from Calder Crooks, Scotty. Good to see you. Good to see you, dear boy. That's David. Did you wash and iron your EU flag? Always, John Joe. Beautiful. All the stars come out at night. Good evening, Scotty. Love you, mate. Dinky-Doo, Raymond. How lovely to have you with us. And a big Dinky-Doo to you, I say. Hello from pre-registration islands in Argentina. User 510. You're in the Argentine. I had a friend was with the RAF. And he was going flying one night. And he was in the mess. And it was fish and chips. And he thought, I'll not have fish and chips because I'm going flying. And the chief chef was a sergeant called Tina. I'll not give you her second name. She was called Tina. And, she asked him, would he like fish and chips? And he sang her a song. He said, don't fry for me, Sergeant Tina. Right, Dinky-Doo, who have we got here? Now, do you want to be independent? Oh, I think so, Rich. I mean, only a fool would not want to be independent. I can tell you that right now. Guys, I need 20 followers right now. Everybody watching, get following, please. Hello from Canto in North Carolina in the USA. Queen of Green, how lovely to have you with us from North Carolina in the USA. Dinky-Doo watching. Whoa, well, the cameraman slipped there. Dinky-Doo watching from Livingston. Love you too, my man. Thank you so much for the shout out. Keep up the amazing work. I will, Peter. And you too. Remember, you are amazing. Okay, I'm leaving. There's no meat to your conversation. Ruth, you haven't heard my conversation yet. We're just about to open up the phone lines. And there's lots of meat if you are a carnivore. There we are. What's your opinions on Aidan McInnesby's murder? Well, you don't really give opinions on things like that. That's as simple as that. The green button then, well, better than the nuclear button. Many of the tartan, yes. Have you ever been to Ulster? I have. I could tell you every blade of grass in Ulster. The Giant's Causeway. Who do you want to win between England and Wales? Well, that's a tricky... Whoa, who's given me a lovely hat with corks on it? Probably cost them a fortune. How much of are you now, Scotty? You must be nearly seed 90s. What does that mean? Don't know what you mean by that, Darren. There we are. It's great. Scotland wants to come out of Great Britain. I think so, Willie. So there we are. Now, who have we got here? He's the posh end of McCLUE Towers, says Shane. That's right, Shane. Has everybody followed? Who's not followed? If you're watching right now and you haven't popped up to the top left and followed, hang your head in shame. That's what I say. Right. Kareem, the greatest of Godstoppers. Hi, Skitty. Where in Wales are you? Scotty, if you ever need to talk to someone, you'd better call Saul. Scotty, I'm Breaking Bad. Rick. Kareem, Dinky-Doo. Hi from Lytham in Lancashire, Scotty. I remember you on Red Rose and Century. Dinky-Doo, isn't that beautiful? There we have it, guys. Shout out to Neg. Scotty, a shout out to my son. Yes, I can indeed. Now, who have we got here? Greetings from Fort McKinnock. We love you in Fort McKinnock. Happening, Scotty boy. Can you give Gary a shout out? He had a baby the day, a wee boy. The cough is disgusting. It's not good, is it? So there we are. Let's get rid of Russ. Russ sounds like a really, really low form of life, and we don't want that on here. There's Russ away, guys. Fantastic. Russ is in his box. That's what we like. He's gone. Now, who we got here? I watched your radio content today being controversial. Yes, are you controversial? That's why you would enjoy it then, if you were watching that. I can tell you. Now then, hi, Scotty. Hi, how are we doing? What's the baddest thing you've done, McCLUE? Been a minute late going live. That, I think, would be the worst. Good afternoon from Pittsburgh. Is that Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, Pittsburgh, of course. Andrew Carnegie, the Scottish steel magnate. Yes, he was in Pittsburgh, wasn't he? Thank you, sir. Bless your heart. Thank you, Peter. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Now, who we got here? Greetings from Ohio. Lovely. Now, who we got here? What's the meaning of your tartan? Well, that's not really a tartan. That's a checkered. This is a Glengarry, the thin red line. Hello, mate. Hello, Scott. Lovely to have you with us. Love you, Dinky-Doo. Get the Glengarry off Numpty. Where is Numpty? Tell him to come here and we'll get the Glengarry off him. That's what to do, Jim. Are you Numpty? Can you give Gary a shout out? Yes, I can. Love you, big fella. Keep the nonsense coming, okay, Dar? Hootsman, the song. Yes, Hootsman, there's a moose loose a bit this Hoots. I love you. The Dinky-Doo, Peter. Come back here. I'm from Ohio. Are you, Sully? You're burnt out with the cold. No, I'm not, actually. Up the Royal Artillery, says Peter Paul. We salute the Royal Artillery, Peter. Not a problem. Scotty, what's your opinion on Aberdeen? I loved Aberdeen. Fidda great place, that is, Ken. We love it. That's what it's all about. Send help from Greenock, Dinky-Doo. How's your old doll? My old doll passed away. Dinky-Doo from Kenya. Jumbo. Abrash. Jumbo. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, get you through. I remember the wireless back in the day. Now then, what have we got here? Are you a Tory? No, I'm apolitical. So there you have it. Absolutely 100% apolitical. Hello from Ohio. We love you in Ohio. Dinky-Doo from Kenya. Hello from California. I want to see you again. Hi, Scotty, Dinky-Doo. Now then, Dinky-Doo from Jamie. What have we got here? Dinky-Doo from Troon and Dinky-Doo from the Midlands. Tony, lovely to have you with us. I used to broadcast to the Midlands, as you well know. Now then, can you all follow me, please? Dinky-Doo from the capital of North Finland. Thought you were bright, says Dower. I thought you were bright, Dower, but I think I'm a bit disappointed. If you don't think I'm bright, you can't be very bright. You must have an IQ of 1. Now then, who have we got here? F document, keep up the good show. Scotty, why did you give up the drink? So I could drive at any time of the day or night. And if I got pulled over by the police, I would be 100% sober. There we are. It's the cameraman that's drunk. Absolutely, Mr. Martin. Scotty, I'm coming to McCLUE Tires, put the kettle on. Absolutely, Kareem. I'm going to open the lines up, guys. And if you want to go on for a chat, then we'll have the live lines. There we are. The lines just opening up now. Fantastic. We like that. There we are. Dinky-Doo, I say to everybody watching. And I'm just going to have a wee blow of the nose. I took a sneezing fit just before the program tonight, so I'm just going to have a wee blow the nose. So do forgive me. There we are. That's us. Fantastic. Now, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Thank you, Scotty.
Kareem, how are you, La? Nice to hear you.
Not too bad. I find there's a few wee trolls on YouTube tonight.
Oh, a few wee trolls. Have you ever seen the like of it in your life? You see, Kareem, in a funny old way, when you become successful in the media, you get all the hangers-on as well as the bright ones. I mean, there's a guy called Darryl saying, thought you were bright now. He must be a dafty if he thinks I'm not bright.
You've got to feel sorry for them, Scotty.
Oh, a wee hug, that's what they're all needing. Now, Kareem, what are you thinking of things?
Well, I was quite glad I managed to get through to you the other day, Scotty, when you came on your pop-up.
Oh, that was a huge success, Kareem.
Yeah, no, I really felt I had to get a lot of stuff off my chest, and a lot of people in the chat put a lot of good things towards it as well. I really, as I said the other day, democracy is dead.
Yes.
In Scotland, we're part of a colony, and I think what Nicola Sturgeon has done is actually very powerful, because as a solicitor, she knows the law, and she knew what the outcome was going to be. And if this has to show, because I've always said this, Scotty, there's a lot of people here that are quite sick, let's be honest about that, and they have to learn things the hard way.
Yes.
And instead of researching, looking into things, dialogue, they don't do that. So they have to see, right, well, this is it where it is. We're not in a voluntary union. It's like a domestic abuse situation. We are told you can't do this, you can't do that. If you go on your own, you're not going to get away with this. You're going to suffer here, and here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so much of a burden, let us go.
Yeah, I mean, that's all. There is no case I've ever heard for Scotland staying in the Union. Obviously, it's very beneficial to Westminster to keep the cash cow on board.
Yes.
That's as simple as that. But it would be nice to hear Westminster, and it would be good for their integrity to actually come out and say, we don't want you to go because you supply X amount of pounds to us.
Yes. Well, Scotty, at the end of the day, I would say to people that are listening as well and that are still undecided, when you're looking at information, and there's people, and actually Facebook, certain individual won't name, that's put so much information on, and I question that information because a lot of it's quite false.
Yeah.
A lot of it is off of websites that you need to question. A lot of it's from London websites, London economists, everything that is all doom and gloom, stick with us and you're fine. And you have to think, well, hang on here. I think from the Second World War, about 50 countries has become independent from the UK, under UK, the rule of the Commonwealth, etc. And not one of them has asked to come back.
No. Well, what we could say as a sweetener to Westminster is, look, we are planning now to go. It's not up to you to be keeping us because it's a 50-50 union. And that was the original plan. So, you have to be true to the original setup. It's a very poor piece of legislation. We want out of it. But as a sweetener, if we're not enjoying it in 10 years' time, we'll come back.
Well, Scotty, I think at the end of the day, the argument that you said they want to stay in the Union, I was listening to some people speaking earlier on some facts about England, that when you look at England as a whole, what resources do they actually have? Not much, considering the mines got closed down by Thatcher, and everything that the other countries give to pass it on to England. Now, let's be honest, Scotland with the oil, the renewable energy, the whiskey, the boat industry. There's so much things that resource-wise we passed out our neighbours down south, renewable energy. If you look at Wales, and we spoke about this before, Scotty, and what they contribute, and also Northern Ireland, why would they want to get rid of any of us?
Yes, well, they don't. You see, that's the whole thing, but they need to come out with it and actually vocalise it and say, please don't go Scotland because you give us almost everything that's good.
Yeah, well, I think the problem with that is, Scotty, that's never going to happen. And on top of that, we know for a fact that people now have seen that we're not, and that people have always thought it's this, we're in a wrong union, we share ideas. That's nonsense. If you think about the amount of MPs we have, that's about the size of London alone.
Yes.
Why is it that English MPs can vote in Scottish matters, but when it's considered English matters only, Scottish MPs are not allowed? I mean, there's so much things that is wrong with the system.
Well, for instance, is there any need for a government appointment secretary, Scottish secretary? It used to be Secretary of State for Scotland.
I don't think so. I think we've got the Scottish government. That's what their job is for. I just think it's a waste of money. To be fair, that money, if they're looking at ways to save money, get rid of that department. How much money does that cost to run itself?
And there's also a department to ensure that Scotland doesn't get any commercial benefit in deals over England. You see, so that could go as well.
The last thing I would say, Scotty, we're constantly told, and I think you saw in the question time, that we respect democracy, we respect Scotland.
Yes.
That's fine. So tell us then, how can we leave? What is the route for us to leave? And you're saying, no, it's not happening. And the only reason
but when they say, no, it's not happening, they need to qualify that and say why. You can't just leave that open-ended.
Correct, Scotty. Well, if you look at the referendum 2014, that was only granted because at the time when it was signed, it was about 25%, 22% of Scotland them wanted independence at that time.
Yeah.
And to get that up to 45, that's very impressive.
Very impressive. And also remember the lies that were told from the Remain campaign.
Correct. What I would be saying, or be thinking as well, if you look at Northern Ireland, it's written within their constitution, I think it is, or one of the legal links with Westminster, that they're allowed referendums every 7 years. Now, that will be very interesting to see if when that does occur. And if I was the Sinn Féin or these other MPs or whatever over in Northern Ireland, I would be holding it around about the same time Scotland does as well.
I think so.
Sorry, Scotty?
I think so. Yes. No, I'm just saying, I think you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, because I think it would be interesting, the amount of, I think Northern Ireland have not a lot to learn, but I think they can take a lot of lessons from what's happened from 2014 here. Look at the fear tactics, look at the smear, look at all the dirty tricks, and make sure that they have plans to come up against that, basically.
Well, I think people need to start wising up. And, when the next vote comes, as it will by hook or by crook in some shape or form, then I think the two things which you and I have talked about many times, the Scots need to get 100% behind the King.
I constantly, Scotty, I honestly do not see that as a problem.
No.
I genuinely don't believe it.
That's step one, so that the loyalists realise that they've got no need to object to independence. They can come with us and they can have the independence under the saltire and the crown.
I think it's a democracy, Scotty, because I would like, okay, let's discuss why. Why do you want a republic? What would be the benefits of a republic?
No benefit at all.
Exactly.
Because you then end up depending on some elected person.
Well, that's exactly what we would be saying to people. Why do we want to stay part of the union? There isn't any benefits. It's the exact same. Well, tell us the benefits of being a republic.
Yes.
I think that's fine. You can discuss. We can have a discussion about it because people are allowed to have their opinion on it. I do believe that. And I know some of the independence web pages, I have had to say, well, look, listen, the monarchy stays. And some of these people do recognise that, but I think that is to be abundantly clear, and it has been made clear by the Nicola Sturgeon and I've forgotten his name now down in London, the SNP guy. The monarchy's going nowhere. I generally don't think it's going to be up for debate at all.
No.
People can whine and moan about it all they want.
But they also needs to be made abundantly clear, but also people need to be told, pardon me, that you're not going to have independence and then some kind of referendum on the head of state. That's not happening either.
I don't think that. I generally don't think that would happen, and I think that would need to be. I think on the.
Some nationalists are saying, "Well, let's get independence first, and then we can talk about whether we should get rid of or keep the monarchy." Not happening. That can't happen. It's got to be 100% clear. You get the full loyalist vote, which is 50% almost. You've got a 45% anyway. I don't think since Brexit, anybody will have changed. That will have stiffened that vote. That's 95% for independence.
You're always going to get some of these loyalists, Scotty, that will not want to tear themselves away from England. And it was quite interesting. I was listening to a live feed last night, and it was two Englishmen on it. And they started fighting with each other, arguing with each other. One was talking about if we let you get a referendum.
Yes. Well, if we let you, this shouldn't actually be happening at all. It's not if we let you. It should be discussed, and then they do it.
I think with the monarchy, I think it's in safe hands. I think the British people, well, if you look at, I know Prince Charles might not be the most popular, but I do think he'll have a lot of good ideas and he will make changes and he needs time. But I think Prince William will be an outstanding thing. And if you look at this like discussions, I think a lot of people will support probably him more over Prince Charles. My estimates, I think King Charles, will probably hand it over within about 5-6 years' time.
Right.
That's my opinion. I don't think he'll be like his mum, because I think he'll want to, once he gets to a certain level, that I've done what I can, I've made the changes, I've modernised, I've done what I've always wanted to do. I think then he'll pass it on to his son, and he'll have a very long spell. And I think by doing that as well, support will get near 100% instead of whatever it's actually.
Kareem, fantastic. Lovely to hear you. And as always, a big dinky-doo to you.
Thank you, Scotty. Thanks for taking my call.
Not all that. Thanks for coming on. Fantastic. That's our Kareem. Great character, and always a good call. A lot of it to do with why we should have Scottish independence. And I have to say, you know, I had to come round to it, but I do agree with it now. I'm from Kinross, says Jay. Dinky-doo, Jay. Lovely to have you with us. Now, who have we got here? Let's get rid of Abrash because he's spamming us. Yes, and that's not good, Abrash. You don't spam McCLUE ever. There he's gone away doing the Swanee. So there we are. Fantastic. Bonjour de Quebec, Canada. Saint Michel. Lovely to have you with us from Quebec, Canada. Bonsoir. I say, ça va? Oui, ça va. Moi aussi. Oui, je regrette, mais je ne parle pas français très vite. Mais si tu parles lentement, peut-être je comprends. Peut-être je comprends. A shout out to my good friend Dan in Ireland. Yes, Michael, of course. So there we are. Shout out to Max. He's my friend in hospital. Absolutely. Jack the Spark spamming us as well. Jack has to go for spamming. Guys, remember never to spam. Just one comment, and then that doesn't block everything up. God save the king, says GWBC. GWBC, God save the king. Long may he reign. So there we have it. Now, who else have we got? Please can you shout out? Yes, we've done that. I'll have to say cheerio to Peter as well. He's spamming us. There we are. Peter's gone. That's the end of that. There we are. Sorry, Scotty, no problem at all. A few dafties on the YouTube, Scotty. Yes, Kareem, I'm just going to have a look at that. Mr. Martin, we're coming for you. All right. Who have we got here? Kareem the God. We like that. Kareem is a demigod on the phone in. There's no doubt about that. Scotty, Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, everybody on the YouTube. Scotty, you're true to Scotland. Absolutely, Tad. Fantastic. That was a great call, Scotty, says Kareem. Absolutely. Scotty, you are the next William Wallace. I thank you. I hope I don't get hung, drawn, and quartered, I say to you. We might be going back into the EU, Scotty. Tad, I would think that would be an excellent thing. And Susan, good call as usual. Kareem, excellent stuff. We like that. Now, who have we got here? That's excellent. Oh, just a wee minute, guys. We must get rid of user 510 for being an idiot. Guys, can I say to any wee trolls coming on, you won't last, so be prepared to get a lifetime ban. Are you up for that? If you're up for that, that's fine. You come on and troll, and we will get shot of you big time. If you want to give us a call, feel free to do so. 0141 628 9795. You're watching Scottie McClue, hashtag FloatEye, the first lord of the internet. And we are, of course, live on TikTok and YouTube. Do come and join us. Get to the YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe. I know you always hear that with I'm no subscribing. Do please subscribe, because the YouTube channel is the world's best kept secret. There we have it. Who have we got here? Guys, Kareem the God. Somebody parodying Kareem here. I might just block them. We'll see. We'll see how they get on. So there we are. That's what it's all about. Now, spamming from Peter there. So exciting to be part of the show. Not at all. Lovely to have you with us. I know something this Scot doesn't know. Scotland will rise up against the Crown. Who owns Canada? Jeannie Potter. I know something you don't know. They won't. Okay, fantastic. We like that. Can you describe the clearances, please? The Highland clearances. Well, a lot of them took part in the 1850s, 1860s, and they found out that sheep on the land, you had a lot of English landowners, pardon me, or English educated landowners, and they found out that farming sheep for the wool and for the meat would be far better value than having the tenant farmers on. So they got rid of them and sent them to Canada and Australia. Hence the reason you've got so many Scots. Who owns Australia and Scotland? Well, Ginny, the Scots own Scotland and the Australians own Australia. So exciting to be part of the show. No problem at all. There we are. Sorry, how would he know he's on TikTok only? Ginny, are you a complete dafty? I'm on several platforms. You'll get me on LinkedIn. You'll get me on Twitter. You'll get me on Facebook Live. You'll get me on YouTube. You'll get me on TikTok. What do you mean, how would he know? You're talking to an expert. There we have it now. Who we got here? Dinky-Doo, says Ross. Yes, indeed. Hey, buddy, says Nevada Blues. Wonderful. Jamie wants to come on. Jamie, why don't you phone me? You know, that would be better for you. Bigger is better, says Jeff. Hey up, mate, just wondering if you're Polish. Yes, that would be good. I am Pan McCLUE. Fantastic. That would be turning against the Crown. Look around Scotland. Yes, indeed. There we are. Jeannie, we know all this stuff. Remember, you have had a very basic education and your knowledge and understanding is very limited. Yes, you need to listen to me and then you can start to comment. Go on, Scotty, says Tom. Dinky-Doo, Tom. There we are. LGB says, get him off the phone. Why, LGB? Did you want to come on? There we are. Now, who have we got? There's nothing. No oil, no gas. Jeff, are you mad? Fantastic stuff. Oh, do you mean in England? Yes, absolutely. Fantastic stuff. Right. There we are. We're just sending a couple of wee trolls. Doon the Swanee with the wee trolls. Now, who have we got here? Andy could run the switchboard. Yes, Robbie. We could do with somebody running the switchboard. Most Scots vote for Labour. Only one MP. Why, Scotty? Well, I think, Bobby, the thing is that the main vote is going to the Nationalists because the Scots want independence. And I think that will be the case. Labour made a mess in 2014. Labour are in the political wilderness and have never got out of that. There we are. Now, Jeannie says, because of the Crown, not the UK. What are you talking about, Jeannie? There we are. Now, who else have we got here, guys? Bigger is better. No, it's not in that case. Millie says, Scottie McClue, hello, Millie. Did you know all the blue and green-eyed people are equally related? Yes, and they are fed up with the world. Don't know about that, Ginny. Now, who have we got here? You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello from Seattle. How are you?
Hello, how are you in Seattle?
I'm brilliant. How are you?
I'm fine. What's happening in Silicon Valley?
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant down here.
Are you having a great time? Which part of Seattle are you in?
North.
You haven't settled in Seattle. Hello, you're live on Scottish One In. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. It's me, Karim from Glasgow.
Lovely to hear you. Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, Scotty. What do you think of Matt Hancock going on I'm a Celeb?
Oh, I don't comment on that. I think it's all a piece of nonsense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But listen, lovely to hear you, and thanks for your call. Fantastic stuff. Right, to the telephones as quickly as possible. We've got a lot to get through tonight and so little time to do it. And you're watching Scottie McClue We're live on TikTok and YouTube right now. Hello, you're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. It's me, myself, and I.
Professor Numpty Heat, how are you tonight?
I'm the late Numpty tonight, Scotty.
You're very late, but you can't say it's not been an amazing show.
Well, I didn't care because I was late.
The devil dog has just sent me a hat and a mustache as a present on TikTok. How amazing is that?
Wonderful. Are you not going to ask why were you late?
Yes, I'm just about to. You have to give me a chance. I was working up to that. Why are you late, Numpty Heat?
It's the dog's fault, Scotty.
Oh, what's the dog done? Was he watching the World Cup?
No, you need to do it.
Oh.
Watching the World Cup.
Well, listen, we don't mind you. See, if it's the dog needing out, I do not mind you being late because the dog comes first.
Aye, Scotty, I wouldn't have minded if it was 8:30. He wanted it, but no, he wanted it just before 9 o'clock sharp.
No, I think the dog knew that you were going to phone me and thought, get him away from that phone and that YouTube.
Absolutely, it's a wee chance of Scotty.
What about that?
Anyway, listen, Scotty, come on, Scotty.
Ken.
I'll tell you what I've noticed. Now,
Ken.
You know, you used to get the beggars outside the supermarket.
Yes.
Nowadays, Scotty, nobody carries loose change. So do you not think the beggars should start getting these cards?
Well, I was thinking, yes, should the beggars not start taking card payments?
Well, I think they should. They're missing a trick here.
But that would mean that the beggar would actually have to have a fixed abode to actually apply for a card collecting unit. Yes, and they would need to, you know, actually prove they were 100% honest.
So there you are.
You see, so you would need, but what it would do, it would mean that the begging fraternity would become a lot more honest and straightforward, and there wouldn't be anybody trying it on. Would say, no, he's legit, he can take card payments.
Aye, why not sell a direct debit? It saves you actually going to the supermarket.
A direct debit to the beggars.
It saves them loitering the doorways of supermarkets.
Or a standing order.
If you want, it keeps them away.
Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of sort of, the problem is there's a lot of semi-professional beggars, and they get the beggars a bad name.
Oh, I ken the ones you mean, the ones with the decent trainers on.
Well, they've all got that, and they've got the wee dog there and things like that. But the problem is that quite often you'll hear the mobile go.
Aye, but can we ask they've got quilts, no blankets.
Or sometimes you'll see them going back to the car park at the end of the day and driving off.
Absolutely. And they've got electric blankets.
Yes, these things. So I mean, it's a strange thing, the begging, isn't it?
They plug them in your lampposts.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Numpty Heat, let's get a wee bit of common sense out of you. I want to know how you're doing.
Well, Scotty, why? What purpose do you want to know how I'm doing?
Well, I always like to know how you're doing. Are you keeping well?
Aye, well, I'm not well because I'm sober.
Well, you see, that's what happens. That's what happens, Numpty Heat, I can tell you that.
So there we are. So if I'm not having a drink, then there must be something wrong.
Listen, what about this one? Dinky-Doo, Scotty, how are you this fine evening, says C. I want Scotland to be part of the Union, says A Dog's Journey. However, Scotland should have more say in its domestic. I think he means domestic policies.
Aye.
Where do you stand on all this?
What about Scotty?
The independence.
About what, Scotty?
Independence.
Oh, look who you're shouting at. You don't have to shout.
I have to shout you. You're not hearing me. You're getting a wee bit corned beef.
They can hear you in Kilmarnock, Scotty.
Hear you in Kilmarnock.
My independence.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, are you up for it?
Aye, why no?
Would you accept it?
Well, geez, you're the protest, the parliament, you know.
That's right.
On the telly.
Now tell me this. What are you thinking of the YouTube picture? Is that better tonight?
Well, no, I mean, because you're missing all the pictures, you're missing the floors.
Yes. But somebody said I was a bit squint last week. They thought everything was going to fall off the shelves. Yes, all that stuff. But apart from that, you're quite happy. I've moved into the West Wing for the heat, you know.
Absolutely. One room for the winter, Scotty. Absolutely.
Lovely to hear you. What's that, lad?
Away you go now and stop talking nonsense.
I've never heard so much nonsense in all my life. Right, there he goes. That's Professor Numpty Heat. Now, who have we got here? Why can't it happen, says Hasby. I've fought every group of humans there is. The Scottish are the toughest. Just ask about Rome in 467 AD. Right, Ginny? Who have we got here? You're live with Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello from Ohio. How are you?
I don't think you're from Ohio. There we are. I think you might be high. You might be high-o, but you're not Ohio. There we are. Dinky-Doo, Robbie, lovely to have you with us. And welcome, I say to you. There we are. We'll just put a stop to all that. Fantastic. That's the end of that. Lovely. Right. Unfortunately, people don't realize we are the unintended kingdom. Nobody messes with us. I see what you mean, Jeff. Are you talking about Scotland? So there you have it. Who have we got just joining us? Kareem's joined us back on the TikTok. Fantastic, Kareem. What a beautiful night tonight has been. Guys, we're a bit short on the followers tonight. If you're watching Scottie McClue right now on TikTok, can you follow? If you're watching on YouTube, get subscribing, because this is very, very big. Okay? We had Daft Genie going there. Oh, he's only on TikTok. Does she realize 45.5 million people have watched Scottie McClue on TikTok? There we are. Ta-ra, ta-ra, Robbie. There we are. You had your best chance. Hello from me and my wife, Rachel, says Drew. Hello to Drew and Rachel and Dinky-Doo from Scottie McClue. Most Scots voted for Labour. Now only one MP. Bobby, they couldn't have voted for Labour. You know, I see you mean in the old days, back in the day. It's time I lived in England. It's crazy, says Cymru. There we are from Wales. Wonderful. Hi, Scotty from Barry in Irvine. Good luck with that. England is finished, says user 949. Jeannie says, so what did the Romans and English find about the Scots when they invaded? You know, we can buy them off. That wasn't the Romans. That was Queen Anne, Ginny. You're a wee bit out of kilter with your dates. Hello, you're live in Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Hello?
Hello, Figurik.
Hello, Faye Gurak. We love Gurak. Dinky-Doo. Excellent stuff. Can you please say something in the bin? It's important. No, Matty, it's not that important. Send to Victoria, says JD. There we are. We love it. Fantastic. Now then, hello, Scotty, Dinky-Doo. Hello, Big Ron. How lovely to have you with us. I can't believe how fast the time is going. There we are. Who's this? Oh. Fantastic. There we go. Right, that'll put a stop to that one, I say to you. Now, there we go. You are the king, says Drew. Can we have your family history, says Jeff. Well, Jeff, yes, but we're a bit busy for that tonight. The McClues and McClue. Scotty, can you start blocking trolls on YouTube or you'll lose viewers on the chat? So there we are, says Kareem. Well, let's see who we've got, Kareem. We haven't actually had a look tonight. Who do we want to block? So there we are. Right. There's one there that can go. Right. That's fine. Who else have we got here? There's one there that can go. That's it. Wonderful. He's gone. And let's see what else. There's another there that can go. Hang on a sec. We'll block him. There you go. How about that, Kareem? There's most of them gone. Fantastic. There's somebody else there. He can go. Lovely. That's most of them blocked now, Kareem. So I think you should be a lot happier with all that. Now, who else have we got here? Falchi, Brian. Scotty. So there you go. You should be First Minister. I thank you, Jeff. Would you like to see me as First Minister? Could I ask the First Minister? Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. If I may just say, love you, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Messi versus Ronaldo. Dinky-Doo, the dinosaur party, says Bevel. Bevel, are you a dinosaur? I say to you. Hang on, guys. Hello, you're live in Scotty's Fun In. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. Will you ever come back to Clyde?
Oh, my goodness me. Wonderful. Get a good view of the Clyde, I say. How do we phone, Scotty? Up the Royal Artillery, says Bobo. We salute the Royal Artillery, Bobo. The BBC. So there we are. Dinky-Doo. Now, who have we got here? There's Jimmy. Jimmy, you mustn't assume everybody has your lifestyle. Fantastic stuff. That's him. Now, there we are. Loving the Glengarry, Dinky-Doo from Northern Ireland. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with us. Now, who have we got here? That's that one. Right. Mumbling Pants made me laugh so much, says Jeff. Do you remember that, Jeff? There we are. Do you still talk to Fat Bob? I haven't seen Fat Bob for 25 years, I would say, anyway, maybe even more. Incredible. So there we have it. Now there. Who have we got here? Hey, from Killy, Dinky-Doo. Guys, I'm just looking at the time. I think we're going to have to go up the Army Air Corps from Rutherglen. How you doing, bud? Says Wee G. Hi, Scotty, Dinky-Doo. Get rid of all that shit. They're away. Hello, Scotty. Here we mentioned the boys of their Guyland Sutherland Highlanders. I salute you. I go back to Colin Mitchell's day. Fantastic. Now, there we have it. Just also, gosh, we're busy tonight, guys. A lot of wee trolls running up. Michael Collins, yes, handsome big chap. Guys, we're going to have to dash. I'm going to have to say good night to my, hang on a minute, beautiful TikTokers. And we'll say good night to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Bless you. There we are. They've had to go, the old TikTokers. You're live in Scotty's Fun In. Who's that? I've never had so much nonsense in all my life. Guys, we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute gas from me, Scotty McClue, and everybody here at the land of Dinky-Doo. TikTok, YouTube, get following and get yourselves sorted out. Lovely to have you with us. Take care of your dear selves. This is Scotty McClue saying Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ra. Ta-da-la. Fantastic.